Hello everyone, this is Katrin Honest, and I am, for those of you that are aware of the videos, we'll be getting to that. I'm gonna do an update video on what's been going on, because a lot of stuff has happened, and I want to share with you guys. I'm going to preemptively say a trigger warning, and I don't usually do that, but this is some heavy stuff we're going to be talking about today. I haven't updated in a while. I meant to update like last month, but I didn't. But I'm going to try and do at least one of these every month. Hi Puff Puff. If you're not following me on Twitter, Tiny Kitty escaped from the house and she never came back. We have since gotten a new kitty, which normally I'd be showing you that because kitties are cute. His name is Al Pacino, but we just call him Al. We love him very much. He's a good kitty. You'll probably hear him chirping in the background and meowing. As the Puff Puff comes near me and is all cuddly and stuff. Normally I'd be showing you video of all this, but I don't have my cameraman. He's sleeping. So, that was one of the big news. The other news is this pertains to where the videos, and this is why I gave a trigger warning. If you don't know, I am bipolar, and that means that I suffer phases where I have a very elevated mood, happy mood, as some put it. It's like the biggest high you'll ever feel. You feel very elated, you feel very motivated, you feel very inspired. It's wonderful, but terrifying in its own ways because it comes with consequences. You don't sleep, you don't eat, or I don't sleep and I don't eat. I have to be forced to eat and sleep because I don't feel like I need it. And as I said, as a warning, before I get into the super heavy stuff, this is going to be very detailed for the most part and give you some insight into what I struggle with on a daily basis. And I give this warning because not a lot of people want to hear this, and that's okay. That's completely okay. But as far as highs goes, you don't just have that. You have the lows, where you're depressed. You don't want to move. You don't want anything. You're sad. And for me, a lot of times I don't even know why. I'm just sad for no reason. And it sucks. And it's hard. I hit my low. And not only that, but I'm also a sufferer of fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. There's a great TED talk on chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but if you can find it, it gives a lot of insight. The best way to describe how I feel most of the time is it feels like every action I do is like moving through molasses and you're exhausted. Everything is exhausting. Moving is exhausting. I fall constantly. I fell down the stairs the other day. Luckily Puff Puff was there and she, and if you don't know who Puff Puff is our dog, otherwise known as Lassie. She sat there and she looked after me and made sure no one would come near me because she wanted to protect me. So, I'm fine. I didn't get too hurt. I don't have any bruises or anything. I just kind of slid down the stairs. And that is my life. Sometimes there are days where light and sound hurt. Sometimes there are days where being touched hurts. It hurts. And this is really hard to talk about. I had a migraine yesterday, and light and sound hurt. But if you don't know, I can't stand quiet. Quiet really bothers me for traumatic reasons in my past. And so I spent yesterday curled up on the couch or the recliner, depending, and listened to somebody playing the new threat mod for Final Fantasy VII, which is a really cool mod. You should check it out if you get a chance. We're trying to get it working on my computer so that we can play it because it looks so interesting. Anyway, sidetracked. And that's what I did. And there are times where I can't read. I can't, the words look like complete gook because I'm in so much pain. And fibromyalgia also causes my muscles to ache on top of being exhausted and feeling like you can't move and just laying down. I want to sleep like 90% of the time right now. And we're both boyfriends, boyfriend 1 and boyfriend 2, are trying their hardest to keep me from doing that, to keep me moving, to keep me awake. Because I'm literally shaking right now. Because I just can't. And I don't know how to express or impart how horrifying and awful this all is. And here's where, again, if you haven't left yet, trigger warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning. Leave now if you do not want to hear some disturbing things. I have gotten so depressed I got so depressed that I cut up my arm and burned my hand on the stove because that was better than being in so much pain. That pain felt better. It is self-harm, and I do not recommend anybody to do that. I was not in my right mind, but I did it. I'm sorry. This is very hard. I ended up going to the hospital and receiving help. That is my second time in the hospital this year. My third time in the hospital for the past, not 2017, but my third time in the past 8-9 months. I am very sick. I can't keep a schedule. I want to do all these things, and I can't. And that's very hard. If you've stayed for all of my rambling, I appreciate you. Sorry, Puff Puff's. Puff Puff's trying to play with me because she knows I'm upset. And she wants to make me feel better. It's a good girl. You're a good girl. You're such a good girl. I'm still depressed. I am being monitored very carefully by my doctor. I don't know if that's picking up. You're chewing on the cord, baby. Sorry, I have to deal with the puppy a minute. There we go. Now you're not chewing on the cord. I'm still depressed. I am being monitored by both my boyfriends. Even though one's all the way a couple of states away. He's still monitoring me, and if you hear that snoring, that's boyfriend one. He's asleep in the recliner. But I needed to get this out. I want to be honest with you guys. I want to be real with you. Because mental illness is a very Mental illness is very stigmatized. It is something that people will say you're just doing it for attention and doing it that there's no, I am losing my wording here. I've had people tell me I do this for attention. I don't. When I tell people I'm suicidal, I am suicidal. Even though I rarely act on it, it's something that should be taken seriously because at any moment I could just snap, "Hi, Al. Hi, Al. It's okay, baby. Mommy's just talking about some stuff that's bothering her." I hope you don't mind my interjection with the animals, but they're used to me talking to them because they are my lifeline. I spend 90% of the time in my home. I spend a lot of that time alone because boyfriend one works two jobs, works two jobs, not second jobs. Listen to that purring boy. You stopped purring as soon as I brought the microphone close. I can barely take care of myself. I'm actually cutting my hair short because I can't take care of it while it's long. My hair has become, well, right now it's fine because when I was in the psych ward, some of the girls put my hair in pigtail braids because they knew I was having trouble taking care of my hair. My hair was a total rat's nest when I got in the psych ward, and they brushed my hair out for me. They blow dried it, and they put it in pigtails just to help. And I want to say this to any of you that are suffering from this, suffering from depression or bipolar or any mental illness. Don't be afraid of the hospitals. They're there to help you. And often, when you're there, the patients, you're like a family at that point. You look after each other. And this is true I've been in a bunch of psych wards. It's very sad, but it's true. And each and every time, the patients who were willing to share and willing to talk, they help you. They're with you. They support you because they're going through the same things. And the worst thing that can happen when you're that depressed and that upset is to feel alone, to feel like nobody cares, to feel like nobody understands. I am very lucky. I have 2 very supportive boyfriends who support me each and every time I go in the hospital, who know that I'm very sick. And I want to do videos. Hi Al. I want to do videos, and I will do videos. I just need to get back on track right now. I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking care of myself. I'm trying to get better. And this is as honest as I can be. Get down. Thank you. Sorry, cat was on the printer. Hi, Lassie. I know, Mommy's upset, but you want to be helpful, and you want to snuggle and exist in the same space as me. But this is as real as I can be. This is as honest as I can be. Because if one person can feel less alone because I share with you my stories, my life, then I will be happy. Because nobody should ever feel alone. Nobody. And this is from me to you. You're not doing it for attention. You're not alone. If you need help, go get it. Don't be afraid. I hope very sincerely that this all makes sense. I know it's very scary, and I know I'm taking a lot of pauses because I'm trying to hold myself together and I'm trying to think, because today I'm having a bad day with my chronic fatigue syndrome and my pain. And that's another thing, the chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm trying to find a doctor who believes me. I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, and my own doctor's like, you'll get better, you'll be fine. It's been over a year. I'm not better. I'm not fine. It's getting worse. So I'm changing doctors right now. I hope this isn't weird. I worry. This is probably the weirdest, honestest update I've ever done, but I feel like it's important because these things are so stigmatized that at least one person in the world should be honest about it, should be real. There may be other people that have done this, and I hope I get to do videos soon. I like doing videos. I love doing videos. But the thing about depression is, it literally saps away at everything you enjoy. It eats it and consumes it, and everything you enjoy becomes bland and uninteresting and hard. Everything. And that's when you start to feel hopeless, when you start to go down that spiral of depression. And I hate it. I want to write. I want to produce audio. I want to make videos. And when I try, it's the hardest thing in the world. I feel like I have to be happy sometimes. I feel like I have to have high energy when I make a video. And I just don't have it in me. I've got to record lines today for other people's productions, and I don't know that I can do it. I am gonna upload this. I need support, and you guys have been so good at that. And I'm sorry to ask you for this, but I'm having a hard time now, and I need the little hope in the world. I miss my tiny kitty, and she's never coming home. I love my new kitty, but I miss my tiny kitty. I got tears in my eyes. I hope this isn't selfish of me. I hope that you understand. I don't really have anything else to say, so I guess I'll say goodbye. Not goodbye like, oh God. I guess I'll say bye for now. How about that? That sounds better. Bye for now. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you.